I imagine the phone call with McLaren and Hermes basically went something like this. Hey, it's Manny. Yeah, I'm gonna buy one of your Speedtails, but I want it to be very, very custom. I need a Hermes edition. Price? I don't really care about that. See you guys soon. And just like that, the Hermes Speedtail was born. Manny Khoshbin is an absolute real estate tycoon. He's built his huge empire from commercial real estate, and he has very custom, very, very special cars, and now he's going to add another one to it. So if you don't know anything about him, the guy has two Hermes edition cars as it is. So he has a Bugatti Hermes edition and a Pagani Hermes edition. Now, he thought, you know what? I don't have a McLaren. Let me get one of those. No big deal, but I want it to be nicer. $2.25 million is not enough for me. So he went out, called Hermes, called McLaren, and they made it for him jointly. And they were happy to do it. What do I think is going to happen with that car? I think that car is going to get driven very, very rarely by Manny. I think it's going to sit in his garage with the other $1 million cars that he has in a garage that's so clean you could eat off the floor. I don't think we're going to see that car on the streets very often, or if at all. I don't think we're going to see that car in rallies, races, or doing anything out of the ordinary. I think Manny likes buying his cars, driving them a little bit, parking them, and keeping them meticulously clean. Now, Manny aside, let's just focus on the car for a second. So the car is done in a custom Abyss Blue. Basically, Abyss Blue is a nod to the very expensive color used on handbags. It has a beautiful white interior and some other accents. When you actually get a look at the car, look at this. It is absolutely striking. It's hard to miss, and it's beautiful. Those front wheels really give the Speedtail away, but when you see those front wheels, you know that's a very, very special car. So the Speedtail itself is a $2.25 million car. It's McLaren's very, very high speed, so they wanted to do a 250 mile an hour plus car, and they achieved that with the Speedtail. Now, it is a little bit different. They didn't want it to be like the fastest, craziest car in the track. They wanted it to go to an airstrip and absolutely demolish everything. As far as the car goes and as far as availability goes, now, do I think there's going to be a bunch of other Hermes edition McLarens? No, I really don't think there are. I think Manny's probably going to have the only Hermes edition cars ever. If somebody else with enough money calls Hermes, I'm sure they're willing to work with them and make another one, but Manny kind of seems to be known for it now that he has three under his belt: a Bugatti, a McLaren, and a Pagani, among many other cars, and man, what a collection. I wonder what it's like to drive that car, because here in America, we've always had left-hand drive cars. Those who are in the car community, they've been lucky enough to either sit in or drive right-hand drive cars, which kind of throws your brain off a little bit. You're driving a right-hand drive car in a left-hand drive world. Now, the McLaren is something totally different. You're seated in the middle. Like the previous McLaren driven by Mr. Bean, you have two seats on the side and one seat in the middle. That Speedtail is beautifully designed, and it's not just for beauty, it's for functionality. That car is unbelievably stable at very, very high speeds. It drives like a knife. It just cuts through the air. There's no resistance. You can just slide on into 250 miles an hour.
Wow, that was fast!
When you're spending that amount of money on a car, you want it to be special. And that McLaren is definitely special. Sits in the center, 250 miles an hour, $2.25 million, and it's purpose built. That car is known and was built for absolutely demolishing airstrips, and it will do that very, very well. So if you have the amount of money, go out and buy one. Manny, congrats on getting delivery on your Speedtail. It looks absolutely amazing. That's going to be it for today's automotive news. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Be safe. Have a good one.